this township. And the reason Mike resigned is he is spending a little more time in Florida and gone here and there, and he will be greatly missed, and we will get a letter, Jim, out to Mike thanking him for his time. So I'll need a motion to accept or not accept the resignation of Mike Crowe.
I make a motion to accept the resignation of Mike Crowe.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That done. All right, the next one we're going to go through quite fast, folks. I apologize if you have questions, go ahead and stop me. But it's pretty simple resolutions. The resolutions set the meeting dates for the township. They set the alternate dates for the Board of Review. They set the dates for the resolution adoption of a poverty exemption income guidelines and asset test for the township. And then it is bank of record and paper of record. The bank of record is the banks where we keep all the money in. And we have, what, 4 different banks? We have 4 different banks. They are Choice 1 of Newaygo, Independent of Croton, Chemical Bank of Fremont, and Isabella Bank of Big Rapids. And then the last one will be the paper of record, and that's the newspaper that we put all our publications in, any notice of the meeting dates or the ZBA hearings, all the different things that we have to publicize, minutes and stuff of that nature. And the bank that we're using is the River Valley Shopper. Is there just one?
Paper.
The paper. The paper is the River Valley Shopper. So, those are what they are, and we'll just kind of go down through them. We have to a motion to approve and then a roll call vote on each one because they're resolutions. So 2013-01, which is the meeting dates. You all want to know them? Go ahead.
Morgan, resolution 2013-04, you mentioned that there's 4 banks, you only show 3 on the resolution.
You got the wrong resolution.
There are 4 banks.
There should be 4 banks.
Okay, the one you copied
The
for the public here, where you show Choice 1 of Newaygo, Independent Bank, and Isabella.
And Chemical Bank of Fremont, write it in there. The one I have that's official is Chemical.
I'm not going to write it in, I think that's what you need.
I have the official copy of mine, so we're good. That's why I rattled. All right, let's go back to the first one. 1301, which is the meeting dates. We are missing one. We're not. The meeting date on this one, I believe the last day should be January 13, 2014.
Well, and I noticed that on November, and I didn't see that until just now, but on November, we actually are having a meeting on the 11th, and that is a national holiday.
Veterans Day.
Veterans Day?
Should we do that? I just, one discussion, should we do that?
I'm asking the veterans. Probably not. No. What's the next closest date? Because we ain't going to the 15th, folks. That's a national holiday. I agree with that.
It is my house.
11th? We can do the 4th, can't we? First. We can do the 4th.
That'll work.
4th? Yes, no?
Fourth is fine.
4th.
I just,
No, what'd you say? The 4th.
we also have,
You good? Is that an actual holiday? Oh, man. All right, I'll entertain a motion to accept resolution 13-01.
I have a resolution to accept 1301. Read the motion.
and I'll support it.
Roll.
Ralph Green somewhere.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
wait a second.
Wait a minute.
I know the new guy, let's see.
All in favor, that one passes. Resolution 2013-02, which is the Township Board Resolution to set alternate dates for the March, July, and December Board of Review. And I think we have to publicize these two when we're done, don't we? So,
And I think it gets published right before
each thing, so.
So,
I'll recommend we accept Resolution 2013-12.
I'll second it.
Roll call. Yeah, Andrew, Chris Hadley.
Ralph Green,
Yes, ma'am.
Lonnie Hall,
Yes.
Chris Hadley,
Yes.
Debbie Wright, yes. Morgan
Yes.
Freeman.
Resolution passed. Next resolution 03 is the Croton Township Board Resolution to adopt poverty exemption, income guidelines, and asset test.
I'll make a motion to pass resolution 2013-03, poverty exemption, income guidelines, and asset test.
I'll second.
Same thing, roll call vote.
Debbie Wright, yes. Chris Hadley,
Yes.
Lonnie Hall,
Yes.
Ralph Green,
Yes, ma'am.
Morgan Freeman.
Yes. Resolution 2013-04 is the bank of record. Once again, 4 banks. Choice 1 of Newaygo, Independent of Croton, Chemical Bank of Fremont, and Isabella Bank of Grand Rapids. I'll offer this motion for Resolution 13-04.
I'll second.
Debbie Wright, yes. Chris Hadley,
Yes.
Lonnie Hall, Ralph Green,
Yes, ma'am.
and Morgan Freeman.
Yes. Last but not least, the easy ones. Resolution 1305 is the paper of record, which is the River Valley Shop.
I make a motion to pass resolution 2013-05, paper of record.
I'll second it.
Ralph Green, Debbie Wright, yes. Lonnie Hall, Chris Hadley,
Yes.
Morgan Freeman.
Yes. That took care of those ones. The next resolution is, we discussed at our last meeting, a policy on who can and cannot contact the attorney. One of the things that brought forth this, we worked on it as our last board overtime. It kind of already hit the day you take office, and there's a $2,900 bill in there for attorney services, and you don't know why or how it come about. It kind of makes it hard to set and budget stuff. And so we actually drafted it as a resolution. You want to read it, Deb?
Whereas the expenditure of the township revenues for legal fees is necessary and proper to ensure efficient and legally compliant township functions. And whereas the township's fiscal resources should always be wisely managed and transparent. And whereas it is both advisable and prudent to set forth guidelines concerning the authorization for incurring such legal fees on behalf of the township. Therefore, it is resolved that the township supervisor is authorized to contact the township attorney and incur legal fees on behalf of the township at his or her discretion, provided, however, that no legal fees shall be incurred or charged to the township for bringing or defending any legal action without prior approval by the township board. When appropriate, and as a courtesy, the township supervisor shall brief the other township board members concerning his contact with the township attorney. It is further resolved that with the approval of the township supervisor or any other township board member, the township treasurer, township clerk, or a township trustee shall also be authorized to contact the township attorney and incur legal fees on behalf of the township, provided, however, that no legal fees may be incurred or charged to the township for bringing or defending any legal action without prior approval by the township board. The township supervisor shall be notified promptly of all such contacts with the township attorney by the township treasurer, secretary, or trustees. It is further resolved that with approval of the township supervisor, the chairs of the Township Zoning Board of Appeals, the Township Planning Commission, and the zoning administrator shall be authorized to contact the township attorney and incur legal fees on behalf of the township, provided, however, that no legal fees shall be incurred or charged to the township for bringing or defending any legal action without prior approval by the township board. If the township supervisor is unavailable for a period of 48 hours, the chair of the Township Zoning Board of Appeals, the chair of the Township Planning Commission, or the zoning administrator, as the case may be, can obtain permission to contact the township attorney and incur legal fees on behalf of the township from at least 2 of the other 4 township board members provided. However, that no legal fees may be incurred or charged to the township for bringing or defending any legal action without prior approval by the township board. It is further resolved that no other employee or person of the township shall be authorized to contact the township attorney or to incur legal fees on behalf of the township. It is further resolved that a copy of this resolution shall be forwarded to the township attorney, the chairperson of the Township Zoning Board of Appeals, the chairperson of the Township Planning Commission, and the Township Zoning Administrator.
Very good. Any questions?
Well, there's a couple of things that I would like to discuss. Do you want to wait until we have a motion on the floor?
Make a motion that we accept resolution 2013-06. I'll second it.
Okay, first of all, in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th paragraph, it says secretary instead of clerk. And that should be changed.
Which paragraph?
The 5th one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It says secretary in the last line instead of clerk.
Good catch.
In the paragraph above that, I guess, I don't think it would be inappropriate for the supervisor as well to get a discussion going with another board member before he calls the attorney. And besides that, the phrase "when appropriate and as a courtesy" implies that it's not necessarily necessary, but then after the words "the township supervisor" it says "shall," which means it's required. So I think it should be one or the other. And I
think it
really,
covers all the bases. When it's appropriate and it shall be.
when would it not be appropriate to fill the rest of us in?
I would hope there's never a moment when that's not appropriate. That's what I'm saying. I think it would be just fine because it won't be done that way. I mean, like I say, part of the problem with it for myself is running into where it's a heads up prior to doing it. What's it going to take to do it? You know, the last one we had a small discussion with an individual on splitting a piece of land because something happened in their relationship, and next thing you know, they didn't even come in front, and there's a $900 attorney bill. And nobody even knew it was coming. We didn't discuss it, talk about it, other options. So that's the type of stuff we're trying to avoid here.
I understand.
Okay.
I understand.
I can't imagine any time that if that attorney's getting a call that this board should not know. And I mean the entire
Then
board.
could we strike that "when appropriate and as a courtesy" and just have it that you'll brief the
Yes.
Yeah,
That is fine.
Absolutely.
yeah.
That is fine.
That takes all the mystery out of it.
Yep.
Now, the other question I had was that in the last couple of budgets, we have budgeted amounts for various departments for legal services. Does this mean this is doing away with that budgeting?
No. that budgeting will still be in there, but we will be knowing as it's being spent. And then we can ask the question, all right, Cliff, here's what we got, what do you think it might cost us? Because we're down to $800 in that budget. So if you're gonna be $1,000 or $1,200, don't do anything, because we're going back and talking to the board, because they're gonna have to approve more money for them. We're gonna know where we're at prior to that conversation. Absolutely not. Each department will still be budgeted legal fees, 100%. Jim may call me in this and say, I need to contact the attorney for this, and that will say, fine, just give me a report back so I can give it to the board.
And I understand that.
Yeah, so yes, it will still be budgeted, correct.
Okay.
And in the same way, we are overly responsible for fiscal oversight on all, whether it's a department, whether it's funds sitting in somebody's budget, we still have fiscal oversight for all these people.
I understand, but I want to clear that detail up whether we're going to continue to budget
Yes, ma'am.
for
Yep.
the legal fees in the departments.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Because I actually think that works out better, and I'll tell you
Yes,
why.
ma'am.
Because there were several years back, we had some huge legal issues, and everything got dumped in one line item on the budget, and then it was like, oh, what's that? Well, then you've got to go and dig in those bills to figure out what it's for. So having it broken out, I think is appropriate.
Yes,
They
very
do.
much agree.
When they send us a bill, they have it all broken out.
Well, I don't think,
Mm-hmm.
So that
but yeah.
makes it easier. They-
Any other question? All right. Ralph,
Fine, yes.
call for a vote.
Okay, Jimmy Hawk,
Yes.
Chris Hadley,
No.
Ralph Green,
Yes, ma'am.
Debbie Lee, yes.
Resolution passed, yes. Okay, we're down to board appointments and reappointments. The first ones we will do are new appointments and recommendations. We'll start with the planning commission. We're recommending that 2 new members be put on our planning commission effectively January 1. The first name is Ken Corrigan, and the second would be Lonnie Paul. We need a motion and a second for those.
I'll second this.
I'll motion.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
I'm sorry.
Any discussion on those people?
They're both planning commission, correct?
Yep. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Okay. Next will be a ZBA recommendation, and that will be Ralph Green to the ZBA. He's already been on it. But it's kind of like a reappointment, new appointment, because now he's on as a liaison from our board there as a trustee. So I'll make a motion to put Ralph Green to the ZBA. What do you got?
Well, this term, I thought these terms here were the new ones, but I see that they're not. So like under Kimberly Edwards, I've got her term expired last
We'll
year.
get there. We're not there yet.
All right, so you're doing just Ralph at this point?
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
Yep.
All right. And what term are you,
I'm doing just Ralph.
okay, but what's?
This should go to 3 years, so it'll be 15.
2015?
Yeah, like I said, it's kind of a reappointment, new appointment.
Okay, I can handle that.
Yeah,
All right. Did somebody make a motion?
I made the motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
The next one is an alternate appointment to the ZBA, and that's Mr. Bill Nodelman.
Make a motion to appoint Bill Nolan as an alternate to the ZBA.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Now if you'll notice all the terms, I have them highlighted in orange so I can keep it straight. And it will be reappointments to people that are already on the board. So I would like to do those reappointments as one. And it would be planning commission members of Jim Squires and Kimberly Edwards. It would be Chris Brugema and Dick Gillespie to the ZBA. And it will be the entire board of review, which is Maureen Newberry, Dan McCready, and Julie Scott, and the alternate of Tina Bonham. And those are people that are already on their boards, their terms are up. It's just reappointments on them.
Mr. Heisman, we have a little bit of difficulty with ZBA.
What's the matter?
If I remember correctly, in our last meeting, we appointed Thomas Burgess as the recorder.
Yes.
secretary.
You guys will need to fix that. That will not be our job to fix that. But I have not got back from Chris Brugman to see
Okay.
exactly what he's gonna do yet. But for the meantime, we're gonna keep on the plan here. But yes, you guys have a problem to fix.
Okay,
That's
thank you.
correct. It's not our problem, that's your problem.
You're looking for a motion to reappoint these?
Yes.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Now I'd like one more